Proverbs 18:21 says, "The power of death and life is in the tongue." We all have one. It's slightly over 3 inches long, weighs just over 2 ounces, and is all muscle. Small, but its power is disproportionate to its size. So never forget the immense power you are packing in your mouth behind your teeth. The tongue is the only instrument that gets sharper with use. It has the power to build up or tear down, power to foster enthusiasm or kill it. The tongue has the power to speak life or death. Now, we live in a culture that says if you know it, share it. If it's the truth, tell it. If you want to blast it, blog it. If you think it, whatever it is, TikTok it, tweet it, Facebook it, Instagram it. I have 5 key words for being skillful in your speech. Number 1, think. Take the time to think before you speak. We have to think first so we know what to say, what not to say, and make sure it's not TMI, too much information. Have you ever gotten in trouble for saying what you were really thinking? I have. Bad idea. It wasn't necessary. And like me, you got in big trouble. Don't say everything you think first. Proverbs 15:28 says, "The heart of the godly thinks carefully before speaking." Proverbs 17:27, "The one who has knowledge uses words with restraint." So here are 5 questions to ask while thinking. Is it truthful? Is it timely? Is it tasty? Is it thoughtful? Is it tender? To think before we speak is critical, even more so these days, because we need to think and ask these questions before we send a text, an email, upload a video, speak at a meeting, or talk on the phone. Nothing is really confidential anymore. When you hit the send button, it is out of your control. Also ask yourself, is this necessary to say? Is this really my business? Now, what will help us in our thinking is to remember what Jesus said. Whatever comes out of our mouths started in our hearts. He said in Matthew 15:17, "The words you speak come from the heart. That's what defiles you." So when we're thinking, that's also a good time to examine our hearts to determine the root of the words we desire to speak. Asking those 5 questions when you're thinking should lead to number 2, tact, tactful speech. You are presenting the question or comment, your thoughts, in the most tactful way. Tact. It's a keen sense of what is appropriate, tasteful, skill in dealing with difficult or delicate situations. Proverbs 16:21 says, "Pleasant words are persuasive." Proverbs 16:24, "Kind words are like honey, sweet to the soul and healthy for the body." You're asking yourself, how can I say this, even if it's a hard word, so it doesn't come across harshly? I want the person to be able to receive the feedback. The 3rd key word is timing. You can say the right thing at the wrong time and blow it. It may be the right timing for you, but not a convenient time for the other person. Proverbs 25:11 says, "Timely advice is lovely like golden apples in a silver basket." Timing is also about considering if this is the best time to broach this subject with this person. Now, prayer can help you determine that. The 4th key word is tone. You've probably heard this is not what you say, but how you say it. It's actually both. The right thing said the wrong way can be detrimental. Proverbs 15:1 says, "A gentle answer deflects anger, but harsh words make tempers flare." Proverbs 25:15, "Soft speech can break bones." Is your tone gruff or gentle? Gracious or grinding? Tone will make a big difference in the response you receive, how you say it. The final key word is temperament. To know yours and the other person's. What do you know about their temperament? Defensive, never takes responsibility for their actions, is never at fault. Do they yank your chain, rub you the wrong way, and you lose your way? Proverbs 10:32 says, the lips of the righteous know what is fitting. So I suggest taking more time to process and pray about your response so you are not blindsided by the other person's reaction. It may not be our natural tendency to focus on these 5 words before we activate our tongue. It's not mine, but if we are going to have word power and have our tongue work for us and not against us, it's wise to implement these strategies. We have to be intentional because our words carry weight, power. They can hurt or heal. Now, more on word power in the next Good News Anchor episode.